Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. The name's PYK, real name's Mia, and today I'm just here. I'm about to do a little quick makeup look, and let's just chit chat, okay? There's nothing really going on today. I don't have anything going on today. Let's check my to-do list. I gotta make a few phone calls today, and then I have to do a little online window shopping, if that even makes sense, for the outfits for me and Zakari's baby shower. We already have like the color scheme and everything, so it's just about finding what we're gonna wear within that theme. That's really it, to be honest. Zakari has a few interviews today, and then he also has to go to work today, so like it's literally just gonna be me and Kai anyways, so what is there for me to do? Like, let's just get started. So I just changed clothes really quickly, and I'm gonna put my hair up and out that way. So I just wanna chit chat with y'all real quick because I feel like I'm just now starting YouTube, like seriously. Before when I did YouTube in the past, it was like never consistent. It never stuck around very long. Like I always ended up just giving up on YouTube. But I have always loved content creation. Like I was making YouTube videos, like beauty YouTube videos about my hair and my skincare routine, like 9th grade of high school. So on the same channel, and everything just got deleted whenever I would come back to YouTube later on and make a whole new set of videos. I feel like you know, you can't watch a YouTuber, like you can't really watch someone consistently online. I need to be doing stuff as I'm talking because I got a problem with doing it. But you know, it's hard to watch someone consistently when you like don't really know them. I mean, with vlogging style content, it's kind of different because you're like, okay, I see their day-to-day life that they show, and that relates to mine, or you know, I do similar things or whatever. So that makes you want to come back and stick around or whatever. But you know, it's not a lot of vloggers on YouTube that like are mothers or are pregnant and have as big of a following as the people who don't, because a lot of people don't have children. A lot of people are not about to have children, so it's like, oh, I'm watching your day-to-day life, but I don't relate to it at all, so I'm not gonna keep coming back, you know? And sometimes, with me at least, when I watch YouTubers, I don't even watch vloggers that are moms. And it's so crazy that like I have this expectation of myself to like, oh, be relatable so people will like you, and then I'm sitting here watching people I don't relate to. So it's just kind of like, I think it's all about the quality of the content you put out. I can not relate to someone at all and still watch them very consistently. And I think that, hold on one second, y'all. Where is my eyebrow pencil? Anyways, I have no clue where my eyebrow pencil is at, so I need to get another one. Zakari will probably take us with him to his interviews, because he does that. He loves to take us with him. Meaning I'd have to get my makeup done a little bit fast, and I'll probably find an outfit so I can trick him into taking my pictures. But I am definitely all about, like, I think the main thing that pulls me into creators, besides like relating in certain ways, not relating in all around life, but just relating in certain ways, is like me seeing things that I see for myself. Like I definitely look at some YouTubers because okay, this is something that they do in their life and I want to get to that point. But it's definitely also about vulnerability, because you live your life online and you're a person, you deserve privacy. The line blurs when you know, become a content creator and you give certain parts of your life to the world. They will expect more. And I'm all about vulnerability in certain ways. I'm a very vulnerable person, even with people I'm around, friends, whatever. I'm always very open about how I feel and you know how things are, my views and all that stuff. Because you can't really be around people who you don't align with. All of my closest friends are also mothers. All of my closest friends are in long-term serious relationships, you know, like, and it's hard to find a friend that you align with if you are closed off. You don't talk about your life, things that you've gone through, all of that stuff. So it's like, we supposed to be friends. You watching me, you watching me every week. We might as well be friends, you know? So I definitely think that I am going to continue this journey more vulnerable, but also safeguarding myself, because the internet is a scary place. The world is a scary place. And I don't ever want to overstretch myself or do more than I need to. Basically just overshare. Like, I never want to do that and like put myself in that situation where it's expected of me. You know, like, I don't really know everyone, and I have to tread lightly because safety at the end of the day. I have 2 children. I have more to think about than just, oh, I want to get as many followers as I can or as many views as I can at the hands of my own privacy and safety, which in turn is at the hands of my children's privacy and safety and my family's privacy and safety, period. And that is not something I'm all about. And I definitely am not for people who do that. Like, me and my boyfriend had a conversation one time when I decided that I wanted to start back doing content. He was like, "Are we gonna have a channel together?" And I was like, "Definitely not." Like, I love the little family channels and stuff. Well, I used to when I was younger. And, you know, everybody has their own thing that they like. But I would never, like, I don't know. I don't even know if exploit is the right word that I'm looking for, but I wouldn't put my children out there for my own personal gain online. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. If my children decide to be in the, you know, in the spotlight later on when they can decide, that is not an issue to me. But as of right now, I want to be vulnerable as possible and keep my peace and keep my privacy. And I'm setting those boundaries now. So it's never an issue later on, because it's documented right here on the internet, buddy. I need more light on this side of my face. I am realizing that, like, no matter how many times you set boundaries and all that literal just human respectiveness that you expect from people, it's never guaranteed. You cannot control others, and your energy and your attention is the most valuable thing you can give, like, to other people. Like, that's why a lot of people ask for thoughtful gifts and the little things, and it's not about the money all the time. You know, sometimes we like to indulge. We're humans. We want the expensive purses or the expensive shoes and stuff as a gift. But the things that really stand out is like, oh, this person remembered that I liked this and they got that for me. Or, you know, they did something for me that was an experience. But your time and your energy and your attention is so valuable. And when you learn that you cannot control how other people view you, you can't control what other people do to you, that's when you stop giving that time and energy. Because as long as you have that idea of like, I want them to see that I'm good for them, I want them to see that I'm a good person, I want them to see that I care about them, all that stuff, you're putting your time and energy into someone who is taking it and running with it and still gonna do what they want to. They're still gonna view you the way that they have made up to view you, and you're giving away your most valuable thing to someone who is not cherishing it. And that can be in literally any situation. That's with friends, that's with family, that's with relationships. You just have to, people say all the time, but it's so true, literally just protect your peace. And when you give time and energy and effort into things that are not giving it back, you're losing that inner peace because you want to be accepted. Like, it's just the human in us. We want to be accepted by certain people. You could not really care what strangers think about you, but your friends and your family and people you're in a relationship with, you definitely want them to, understand you and see you for what you want them to see you as. It could be tiring to have those feelings and it not happen the way that you expect it to happen. People don't view you the way you expect them to view you for who you feel like you truly are. We don't even really know the true versions of ourselves. Like, we literally have a voice in our head who we think is just like, oh, I'm talking to myself. That's not even you, really. That's your thoughts, and your thoughts can be self-sabotaging. Your thoughts can, your voice in your head is the one that's criticizing you the most. Do you want that to be a part of you? Like, do you want to sit there and say, yeah, that's who I am and that's really how I feel? When, like, why are you downing yourself that bad? You have to separate yourself from that voice that's telling you all these self-deprecating things and putting yourself down. Because if we put ourselves down, like, we make more excuses for other people who do. We open the door for disrespect from others when we disrespect ourselves, because other people see it as like, oh, they made a mistake and they like beat themselves up about it in front of me. So if they make that same mistake, I have the reign and the opportunity, and it would be okay for me to do the same thing. Because if they can do it, I can do it, because they're listening to that voice in their head. I can be that voice in their head. Because we don't even know who that is. We don't know that person. If we took that voice in our head out and personified it, what would it look like? That would be an ugly person. That would be just a vile, lonely human being that is negative. And that's the voice that's constantly voicing their opinion on what you do all day. Like, we literally have this voice in our head all the time. It's literally just realizing that you have control over yourself and yourself only. That voice in your head, you can control either to listen to it or not. And you really just have to literally just regain your life. It's no other way to explain it, because as long as you live by other people and their expectations of you, you're not living for yourself. And I am saying this because I am literally this month coming to that realization. Like, I really have no control over what other people do to me, how other people view me, none of that. And I always, for a very long time, because I do struggle with depression, I was never, ever, ever happy or proud of myself. I allowed other people's emotions to dictate how I felt. If the people around me were happy, I was happy. If the people around me were sad, I was sad. If I wanted to do something big in my life or meaningful, I would always be like, I'm gonna do this because it will make this person proud. It will make this person proud. You will be so miserable that you never have anything for yourself when you can't look back at life and be like, you know, this is something that I'm really proud of, that I really worked hard for, that I really wanted to do, because you didn't do it for yourself, you know? It's definitely been a learning curve for me. I'm literally 21 years old. Like, I don't have it all figured out. I never had it all figured out. And I expected myself to, because I grew up so quickly with my mother getting sick and like putting forth a lot in the upbringing of my siblings, on the standpoint that is very important. Like, now that I'm a mother, like, it's not about, oh, we had these clothes, we had these shoes, you know, my parents had this much money, but they were emotionally absent. Like, I was really pulling the weight of being a parent for my siblings in the emotional way, and that, I think, forced me to emotionally mature earlier, or just mature in general. So because of those expectations of myself, I was on this fast track for my life, and I literally just have to take a step back and be like, you are still young, you're still figuring this out. Don't sit here and get mad at yourself because you're not at the point that you want to be, or that you expected yourself to be at. I was younger. By this age, I expected myself to be doing that fucking 30-year-olds are literally like getting ready to do, you know? And that's not that's not the standpoint that I'm at. That's not the journey for me. And I grew up Christian. I grew up Baptist Christian, but then I, had my doubts in the Bible, and I became agnostic, and then I was studying Buddhism, and so I converted to Buddhism in October of 2021. And I think because of those expectations of, you have to fit into a certain category of religion, like you have to have a name for your religion, you have to have a group of people that you belong to if you want to be religious and all this stuff. And because of that, I think with this idea of, okay, I'm a Buddhist, I love the practices of Buddhism, I love the teachings of Buddhism, I am abandoning my belief in the Lord, even though I never had the belief in the Bible. But just because I don't believe in the Bible doesn't mean I don't believe in the Lord, doesn't mean I don't believe in prayer, doesn't mean that I don't believe in all of these teachings that Christianity does have in the positive sense, in the progressive sense. And because of that, I think I strayed away from what I actually believe, because I was categorizing myself. And I realized that, like, I don't need these names, I don't need these definitions, these groups to feel, literally to just feel, to just believe, to just have faith. So I love the teachings of Buddhism, the, living by the Four Noble Truths, and always, just knowing that life is suffering, and knowing that, at the end of it all, no matter how much we're gonna go through, no matter how much is gonna be thrown at you, all of this stuff, that is what life is. And all you can sit here and do is take it and keep pushing towards finding happiness in that. And alongside the positive teachings of Christianity, and things happening for a reason, everything being a lesson, having your seasons, believing in prayer, like all of that just encompasses how I feel and what I believe. So I've let go of those chains pretty much. I've let go of those chains of what expectations are placed upon me because of the religion I identify with. I definitely think that because of that, it allowed me to have this awakening that I've had at the end of September, and just literally be like, you have no control of this, Mia. You have no control of it. Let it go. Focus on you and your energy and where you place everything, because I realized that I always had that mindset in certain aspects of life, but not in literally just life. And that's what it is. It's literally just life. And it's such a beautiful thing, but it can be such a hard, gut-wrenching thing. And you want to do everything in your power to, make it as easy, breezy, as the best possible. And we have no control over that. I am really now going back to what I was taught when I was younger in terms of religion, and pairing it with the person that I am now and the religion that I, follow through with now. So I definitely think that is the right path for me, and not just following the labels of a certain group of people. Just following the labels of anything that is given, because that is allowing someone else to choose how you live. As long as you follow, okay, I'm this age, I should be at this point, or I'm this gender, so I should be doing these things. That's allowing other people's decisions, that's allowing other people's actions, that's allowing other people's views to control literally how you live. You are not your own person if you are living by what is expected of you from other people. You're not the person you want to be. You're the person others want you to be. And if that is something that you resound in, that's you making that choice. But because you're told to do it and you follow through with it, doesn't mean that's the path for you, Girl, what step am I on? Oh, my base is done. What I want to do? I want to do some eyeshadow today. And I'm not saying that I have it figured out now at all, but I'm definitely saying that I realize what is going on, and I can start taking the steps to get to where I want to be. Starting to put action into the goals that I have for myself next year. Because you can't just sit there and decide during January the person you want to be for the rest of the year, because we don't operate like that. Humans don't work like that. We don't just change on the flip of a dime by will. We change on the flip of a dime when things happen to us that force us to do that quickly. New Year's resolution is not forcing you to do anything quickly. So that's why resolutions usually don't happen, because we give ourselves 12 months to literally become the best versions of ourselves for that year. You wasn't thinking about that at all last year. Like, why do you expect yourself to immediately be able to do that? I haven't done eyeshadow in a very long time. I think I would do like a bronzy eyeshadow with some pink to match this little outfit, but I'm not planning on wearing this little outfit all day. I don't think so. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow. I barely own any eyeshadow brushes. This is what I'm talking about. I haven't gotten makeup for myself in so long, and I love makeup. So put the effort into what you want to be, who you want to be, early, all the time. Like, don't put the restraints on yourself to do it in a year's time, because eventually things change, but not as quickly as we expect them to. We expect people to change for us because we think, well, I could do that in this time frame. We have that expectation of them. We couldn't do that. Having the expectations you have for yourself for other people is just our way of trying to have control of things, and it doesn't work like that. You can't expect people to change because you love them. Oh, this person really cares about me and they show me that, so I should do better by them. I mean, that crosses our heads all the time. Like, we've come to terms with who we are, and that's not it. You know, so as much as we sit there and say, like, they do this for me, I need to be better, usually doesn't happen that way. It happens when you love them, not because they love you. I really love my mom, and I want to be better for her, and I want to be better to her. That is what's going to force change, not just my mom loves me, so I need to do whatever I can to love her the way she loves me. I really love this person, and I want to do better for them, so I'm going to. Hey, it's a hard thing to, just fully have control of your own life, because we don't. At the end of it all, we don't have control over our own lives. We can't choose how people treat us. We can't choose if we get jobs or not. We can't choose how our day is gonna go based on what other people do, or based on literally what turns out. But we can have an expectation of it. Oh, I expect this to happen, so I'm gonna put forth the effort to make that happen. And if it doesn't happen, I did what I could, and the rest was out of my control. I've been sitting here doing this for a while and ain't said nothing to y'all. I am really setting my goals and putting the work behind meeting my goals. Like, manifestation is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing that works wonders, but you gotta work for the wonders to work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely putting in a lot of effort to becoming the person I want to be. Like, although I'm young, I have more people to set a good example for, and always striving to literally be the best version of myself possible is my goal. because I want my children to be the best versions of themselves, so they never have that feeling of like, I'm not good enough. Because we can always be better, but that doesn't mean you're not good enough where you are. Because at some point, you wanted to be where you are. At some point in your life, you wanted to do things better. You wanted to speak better. You wanted to dress better. Whatever. Even if it's not the best or like the ultimate goal for yourself, you met one of the goals within that goal. Even though that's our goals, I want to be a celebrity hairstylist, or I want to be, that's your ultimate goal. I want to be a owner of multiple businesses. Well, to get to that ultimate goal, I gotta be the owner of one business. I gotta be the owner of two businesses. I gotta be the owner of three businesses. Those are still goals within that goal. And sitting there just only having that ultimate goal in mind, you're not gonna appreciate the steps that you took and the work that those steps took. And you usually don't until you get to your ultimate goal. Then you're like, oh yeah, I worked so hard. You've been working hard. Like, oh, I opened my first business. At one point, I didn't own a business. Oh, I opened my second business. At one point, I only owned one business. That is a goal. That is a step. Appreciate it. Never let go of that person that was the worst version of yourself. Don't lose sight of that person, because when you do, then you forget that you've been worse and you are better. You just still are sitting there thinking, I'm not good enough. You're good enough for you, and you deserve that version of yourself. I'm good enough for me, and I'm good enough for my kids, because they deserve that version of myself. They're also good enough for the best version of myself, as am I. And that's why we're working to get there. Just because we don't see ourselves at the finish line does not mean we are not in the lead of the race. There's no study or research telling you should be how you should be at this age, what you should have accomplished by this age. I don't like this brown eyeliner. We do this eyeliner, but black. I'm just gonna go over it. I could go over with that pencil, but it's not sharp enough. I'm gonna do my highlight, girl. I'm definitely focusing on the race rather than the finish, because if I don't pay attention to how I'm doing during the race, I'm not gonna do my best. Because instead of focusing on, oh, I'm doing this well, I could do this better, I'm making sure I do this, instead of problem solving along the way and accepting your defeats and learning from them and cherishing your victories and learning from them. I'm just lagging behind, not putting my best foot forward, and ain't nothing productive about that. I really wish I could have filled in my eyebrows. I don't know where my eyebrow pencils is, and I'm not doing my eyebrows with no black. I got brown lip liner. We're gonna use my lip liner. I'm sure she'll work. I know that me as a person, because for so long I wanted the acceptance from others, and I didn't hear people tell me they were proud of me, and I didn't hear people congratulating me, I thought I didn't do a good job. And it is really important, because not everybody is at the point in their lives where, you know, they are living for themselves. They still want that acceptance from others, because it's human nature. I still do that for others. Let it be known, hey, I'm proud of you. You did a good job. Your hard work, you've been working so hard. You know? When I used to work, I was in management, and I was always that way. But if you want a little video on this, it's on my TikTok. Go watch it. Let me just clean up my bun. I might do a little edge. I'm gonna change this nose piercing out because my diamond fell out of it, so it's just kind of ugly now. And I'm probably gonna find a different outfit because Safari is, in fact, taking us with him. I'll probably go with black with pink details now because it's a little too much pink since I done put pink on my eyes. Because I honestly could just keep this top, but I don't like the way the arms are. Like, I'd have to wear a strapless bra or take my nipples. I don't want to do that. But it's like slightly chilly outside, so I could just put something on top of this, like some bottoms. I'm literally gonna put these on over top. They're just some straight leg jeans that are frayed at the end. They kind of got a wash on them. I think this will be cute. So I'll put these on, keep them unbuttoned a little bit maybe. This how the pants fit. I think I'm gonna keep them like this level of unbuttoned. Stain. This about to ruin it for me. What is that? Where did that come from? That was not here before. I'm changing. That just made me so mad. Luckily, I have another shirt that's a similar color. And it's cropped. But I'm gonna put it on. It's still long sleeve and everything. But girl, what? Please, what is we doing? So I'm just gonna put this one on. This is a little athleisure top that I have. It's a little workout top. Do I have it on backwards? I don't. Okay. And then these jeans. And like I said, I'm gonna change my underwear because they're showing no matter how many times I pull them up. And then I'm gonna put these on just because they kind of match. And then just a black purse. So we are at Zakari's second interview. I didn't record when we were at the first one because I was taking pictures in the parking garage, but then we went to go eat at McDonald's, and now we're at his second interview, and then we get to go home. And I am very overwhelmed with Jakai because he's just being the kid he is, and it is very overwhelming to me right now just because I get car sickness really bad, and then when I'm pregnant it doesn't make it any better. So that already had me, you know, a little frustrated, but he was so upset about not being able to stand up in the car. Like, he hates to ride in his car seat. I don't know, and I just had me on edge. So, but I literally have to just, you know, sit back and realize, like, I'm a mother. He's literally 1 year old. He's been in this world for a year. We can't even figure ourselves out in a year. He's not gonna understand every single thing in this world in a year. And I just have to really, like, sit back and think, like, everything he's doing is what he's supposed to be doing for his age. And then it's like, I also think about how I react to things a lot, just because this is just another day for me, you know, like, it's another day in my life. But to him, this is his childhood. This is literally what is going to make him the person he becomes later on in life. And this is going to affect him later on in life, and these lessons are going to teach him things. So I really focus on, you know, reaction to things, just because this is such a important time in his life. Like, he's literally becoming the person he will be. And I have a lot of control in what that person looks like. And so I really have to be smart, be selfless, you know. And it's a process, definitely. I've only been a mom for a year, you know, and it's a learning process. But I'm learning. Hey, so it is 6:22, and we literally just walked in the door. We left at like 1 o'clock. We're just getting home. His first interview was at 2, and the second was at 4:30, and the second one didn't even start till 5. I'm exhausted. I took a nap in the car. Come here, man. Come here. Come up here. My hair is so fluffy right now. I look like a congresswoman. Me and Jakai are watching YouTube, and I'm eating some saltine crackers because I got acid reflux real bad right now. While I'm doing that, I'm going to be putting together, you know, our outfits that we're going to be wearing for the baby shower. Photo collage, whatever, of the pieces that I like, and like put us an outfit together. let's go ahead and get started with this beautiful dinner. So this is everything that I have. I have onion powder, garlic powder, breadcrumbs. This is the Kinder all-purpose seasoning, a ranch packet, an egg, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and brown sugar. And then I have a regular pan. And then of course my ground beef. There she is. Okay, so first I'm gonna go ahead and say that my oven is preheating to 350. So let's get the meat in there. Make sure your hands clean, boo. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna narrate this that much because I'm finna listen to music. Me and Kai in here listening to my little theater tunes, baby. Now I'm gonna set this for 45 minutes, and then I should only be in the shower for like 25 maybe, and I'll come back and get started on the cabbage, and I'll show you how I make that cabbage. But I'm gonna go shower, y'all. Okay, so I just put Jakai to bed while the cabbage was cooking and my water was heating for my mashed potatoes. The meatloaf has been done. So it should still be a little warm, but I don't know. I'm making my mashed potatoes in this pot because we don't need that much. And I'm using instant mashed potatoes because it's too late to be making mashed potatoes from scratch. I didn't explain how I made the cabbage. So what I did was I put like that much water in there with some butter, and then I put my green pieces in first, my green pieces of cabbage in first, so those can cook down because that's on the outside of the cabbage anyways. Yeah, I just kept adding little by little, and then I seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, and some sugar. And then I just let that cook on low. I season with salt, garlic powder, a whole lot of garlic powder. I love some garlic mashed potatoes, honey. And also this potato slayer seasoning from Fire and Smoke Society. Light with this because it does have cayenne in it, and I'm not a spicy girl. It is 10:50. Zakari just got home from work and he's eating dinner. I went and cleaned up the living room a little bit, picked up the baby's toys from this morning, and I'm about to call it a night, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the gray notification bell next to it to get notified every single time I post a video. And I will see you guys next week.